Hey everybody, IHTW here. Sorry it's been a really long time. I've been super busy with a bunch of stuff. Today's video I'm gonna make a Firebelly Newt care videos, and it's been suggested by a ton of people. It's long awaited, and I'm just gonna hopefully try to do this careful and, you know, good quality, hopefully. I'll start off with the tank size. You can use a 10-gallon or 5-gallon, that would be fine actually. A 10-gallon you should be able to keep like about 3 newts, adults. It would be pretty good. A 5-gallon would be okay for 2, but I keep 3 in this because of, as you can see, I have like tons of plants and everything, so they can hide from each other if they get into fights, but I have never seen my newts fight at all, so they're okay in this. In fact, I'm pretty sure I could put one more, but that's a little pushy. It's also a good idea to have a lot of plants. As you can see, I have a ton. It's kind of my thing with this tank. I have some live bamboo plants, as you can see there. There's 1, 2, 3. I have 3 in there, and a bunch of fake plant. I use fake plants mostly because it's easier to clean and maintain, because having 3 newts in this tank means a lot of poop and a lot of food, so I change this tank once or twice a week. So, and then there's algae too, which is a problem all the time, so fake plants are a lot easier to care for and to tend. And for substrates, you can see here, I actually use reptile carpet, which works great. I've used it for maybe 5 years or so, and I've had no problems whatsoever. I do have a few big rocks here, lining in with some gravel. I feed them over here. Sometimes the food gets over there and it kind of rots and stuff, so gravel isn't really a good idea because the food looks just like the gravel. So they might be able to eat some of the gravel if the food gets there, which is kind of dangerous. So reptile carpet, you can actually use it in this kind of setup, which it makes it look pretty good. Okay, and for the setup here, I recommend you at least have a 50-50 kind of thing full of water and land. So if you have a tank like this, you could put a little divider down the middle, have it land, have some water. But that's minimum for adults because they need water because they always swim 24/7. I rarely see them go on land. I think one might be on land over there. Yeah, she's about to head in the water anyways. Water is very important for adults, but as juveniles or smaller, they tend to stay on land mostly, so just change over to water if you notice them being in a water bowl a lot, or as they grow older, they'll need to. For temperature, you can keep them at room temperature would be fine really, but somewhere between 70 and 74 is best for them. If you get a little higher than 74, it's okay, I guess, but when it hits 77, that's when it gets kind of dangerous, because newts get really stressed out in high levels, and they actually get a risk of getting a fungal infection, which I have seen once, but I managed to get rid of it from my newt. She kind of stood up there and kind of got really hot because I don't know why, she likes to bask or something. She sort of like climbs up on that dock and stays there, and she got too high, and then she got a little fungal infection on her left back leg, which was pretty freaky and scary. So keep the temperature nice and cool and they'll be happy and fine. There's my female right there with an egg. They really don't require any special lighting. I just have some random lights in here just for the aesthetics, really, just to make it look good. For feeding, you can give him or them newts and salamander bites, which I use as their staple diet, and I've had one of these things for 4 years, I think, and it's still going. I have a bunch in here. I only used up one bottle before for the newts, and I have 3 of them, and they're adults. They don't really eat that much. Also, I give them freeze-dried bloodworms, which they love. This is like a super treat. Also, frozen bloodworms would be a good idea for them as well. Keep in mind that they don't eat that much. Females will eat more than males, maybe like every 2 days for females. Males, like mine, he never eats, like maybe sometimes, and he's still doing well. I don't know why, but he just eats nothing pretty much, so it's really easy to care for them. And that's pretty much it for the care. Some tips would be, don't use gravel. That's just gonna be something I'm gonna put out there. Don't use it. With an exclamation mark here. Don't. I did have gravel before, and one actually ended up eating it, and it took forever for it to get back to health because the guy got enlarged in its like stomach or something. It was a bad experience, and it was just pretty bad. And when I had gravel and I tried feeding them too, the gravel looks almost identical to the staple diet, the Newt bites and everything, so they get confused which is food and which is not. So don't use it. It's just a thing I'm going to put out. Another tip would be to keep the temperature low. Just don't go over 70, 77. They can get fungal infections, as I said before. It's really bad. They get stressed out. They don't like it. Just in general, keep it nice and cool. Another thing, if they don't eat, I mean, newts, they don't even have to eat for a very long time. They'll still be okay. If they don't eat, don't panic. It's okay. Just let them be. They'll eat when they do. Just put in food there. And just leave it. If they don't eat it, then take it out because it's going to grow mold and everything. So just put it in there once in a while. They will eat it eventually. Sometimes they just don't get hungry and just ignore it. There's one of my females right there. Anyways, this video is getting a little long. And yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you guys later.